everybody, my name's TK and welcome to PANDEMONIUM, my YouTube series where I talk about what I've been reading, watching, playing and collecting from within the wonderful world of pop culture. In this video I'm going to be talking about the latest Warcraft film by Legendary / Universal Pictures. I'm going to be talking about the prelude novel to that film, Warcraft Durotan, and I'm also going to be looking at the epic box Warcraft collectible box thingy-majig. So, without any further ado, let's get to the goods. So, Warcraft the film, the latest Universal Legendary powerhouse that was a summer blockbuster for the cinema. A World of Warcraft adaptation, the first probably of many, and to be honest, I hope there's a few more. You know, I love the way this movie panned out. I think it was a massive effort to get it from a video game to the big screen, the silver screen, where everybody wants to go and see it. The characters in this film were awesome. Obviously, being a Warcraft game, movie, there's a lot of characters to take from. I think they chose to take it from some of the earlier stuff. I never played any of the Warcraft games, if you're wondering. First thing I've ever seen of Warcraft is this film, and I gotta tell you, I loved it. Biggest attraction for me was definitely Durotan. I thought he was the best character of the film. I loved the way his story played out for, you know, ultimately dying. I love tragedy in your film, and this movie pretty much killed off all the main characters. And I gotta say, I loved how it worked. Pretty out there to see Ruth Negga and Dominic Cooper in a movie together. I've been watching a lot of Preacher, and to see the chemistry on screen there is really good. But in Warcraft, you know, the chemistry wasn't really that good. No, I didn't feel it. Dominic Cooper is the king, I think King Lane. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. King Lane, yeah, I didn't really feel him. But again, Dominic Cooper's cool Preacher. I'll give him a thumbs up on this anyway. Who else do we have? Toby Kebbell that played Durotan. You know, he's not really known. And to be honest, if you looked at his work that he did as Dr. Doom in Fantastic Four, you probably wouldn't really want to see any of his other films. But you tell you what, he's the main guy in this. Nobody really knows that it was him. He did a great job. Clancy Brown, the way I knew Clancy Brown was from the old school animated Adventures of Superman back in the 90s. He was Lex Luthor. You know, he was the guy that had a huge roster of voice acting talents. Played Black Hand in this. He was also in Sleepy Hollow, the TV series, not too long ago. Some of you may remember him from, I think it's Kurgan, can't remember the name, in Highlander. There can be only one. He was awesome in that too, but he was in this film. He was Black Hand. Ben Foster. Didn't really feel him as Medivh. I didn't know much about Medivh, but right at the start I could say, hey, he's the bad guy. And, well, I was right. Didn't do that bad a job, didn't do that great a job. He filled the slot. He had really bad effects near the end. I reckon he had some sort of chicken thing hanging off his neck when he started to go bad. And then there was this massive transformation of him at the end, of this big demon beast thing, which was awesome. But you seen him like 2 seconds. And then he had a giant golem thing dropped on his head, and that was it. He turned good, and he was no longer a bad guy, and that was it. So I didn't really feel him as a character. I think he, in the World of Warcraft universe, you know, Medivh is actually a massive character. In this, he just sort of plodded along and turned into the bad guy eventually, and just got dropped out. Travis Fimmel? Can't say his name properly. Travis, that dude from Vikings, played Lothar. He was awesome, you know. I think they did an awesome job of trying to pick somebody who was never really known in any other TV shows that well. Don't shoot me for saying that. I know Vikings is a big, strong following, but if I say that well, you understand what I mean. I can't think of him doing any other films. Correct me if I'm wrong. Comments down below if you want. But again, he did a great job in this. carried the film quite a bit, I think, and it's great to have some new blood. Whoever the dude was that played Khadgar, it was okay. I think with this film, what they're really looking to do, hopefully, is build a bit of a franchise. Because again, I loved it. I think I'd love to see a sequel. I'd love to see what they could do with some of this other stuff from the, massive world of Warcraft, and create something that's competing against these other massive blockbuster franchises that seem to be popping out of the everywhere, out of the woodwork. The effects, loved them. It was a very polished film. If I think of something like Lord of the Rings, it was quite gritty looking, still looked amazing. But when it comes to Warcraft, I think this had this real polished sort of look, which worked very well. Not much blood, but still brutal. These orcs weren't like the White Hand Saruman style orcs from the Two Towers, Tolkien stuff. These guys were big, brooding orcs, massive axes the size of a house, and they were awesome on screen. I've heard a lot of people talk about that opening shot of Durotan right at the start of the film, and the effects on his face, just wanted to make you clap, applaud, great job. The effects were amazing. On that, I look at the effects being done by Weta Workshop, a New Zealand company. For those of you that don't know, obviously, I'm based down here in the asshole of the world, down in New Zealand, and, we don't really have a hell of a lot. We're known for Lord of the Rings and sheep. That's about it. But, one other thing we have, Weta Workshops, and they're doing pretty much a lot, or majority of some of these great films that are coming out. Lord of the Rings boosted us to the top, and Weta Workshop's been cranking out great work ever since. And to see them work on this thing here, this movie Warcraft, for the millions and mass followers that there are, I think they've done a great job. The plot, it's quite a simple plot. Orcs going there to take their stuff. That's pretty much it. They want to go there, want to take their stuff, because their stuff is gone. Their homeworld, which I'm pretty sure is not actually a world, correct me if I'm wrong again, but I think it's more of like a continent, Draenor, where they go, they decide to leave Draenor. Its magical properties have been destroying this the continent. They decide to go to Azeroth, a plentiful land, plenty of resources. They want to go there. They want to take their stuff, take their land, take their resources, probably eat their people for all I know, and live a happier life. I guess that's what the orc wants to do. They want to live a happier life. That's pretty much it. They go there, they kill some of them, they kill them. What can I say? Pretty simple. What I do like, though, is that the little bits that they lead into the future. The one thing I had to do a little bit of study on, but the one thing I really love is the setup of Thrall. Now, a lot of you, if you're watching this and you know who Thrall is, then maybe you're as excited as I am, that when it comes to a sequel, if they start getting into his sort of storylines, and that, I think it was a great setup. It reminds me sort of Batman, something that compels somebody is a great tragedy. Now, liken it to Thrall and Batman, they both had their parents killed in a very sad way, Bruce Wayne's parents killed in a gutter, or alleyway, whichever one you want to look at these days. Thrall's parents killed, really standing up for what they believe in and fighting against these other orcs, not just against these people of Azeroth. I know Thrall gets taken in by a bunch of humans later on, and it's a very sad story. He gets raised and he uses Gladiator, and then he ends up fighting against them, and he gets rescued to go join the Horde, and then he leads the Horde. Then he fucking decides to leave the Horde, and then become a shaman and use these magical powers to help Azeroth and the greater Earthen Ring, I think it is. Awesome, loved it. Great setup. So for the future, I think they should probably definitely carry on the track. Universal Legendary have done an amazing job with this. I really hope to see another one. That's my thoughts on Warcraft. Okay, so with all that said, I really wanted to talk about Durotan, the prelude novel to Warcraft, the film. What can I say about this? Great storyline, focuses on Durotan and his struggles with the Frost Wolves in a Draenor which its resources are all depleted, dying. Durotan and his clan get approached by Gul'dan somewhere in the start of the book, and they pretty much get hit up. Do they want to join the Horde or do they not? Durotan's father, I can't remember his name, he is the leader, he's the chieftain of the Frost Wolves, and he pretty much says, no, don't want to join, go away. So these Frost Wolves, they struggle, and Durotan's father dies. He gets set up by Gul'dan, he gets killed in battle. Makagora with these Red Walkers, which is sort of like zombie cannibals for Warcraft, orcs, so it's pretty cool, pretty brutal. They fight them, his father dies, Durotan takes over the Frost Wolves, and really he inhabits a tribe which is struggling, sorry, a clan. They call them clans for orcs. A clan which is struggling to survive. Pretty much the main filler of the book is survival. You know, if you like the film, this book has a real different set of pace. It's not all action. Has action in it, really sort of mainly towards the end, but it really shows Durotan's struggles to keep a tribe of Frost Wolves together. And ultimately, you know, it doesn't work out. They figure that they have to join the Horde. These things called the is it the elementals, the like spirits. I think they call them spirits maybe. Are dying. The world is being killed. The world of Draenor is being killed, and the spirits cannot pretty much give the planet or its you know, life force and all that, so it can't keep it going. So they decide, you know, we're actually gonna leave. We're not gonna be here anymore. We can't survive and we can't support you, so we've got to, you know, jump ship and leave. So Durotan near the end decides, you know, what can we do? Can we stay here and just keep having the world turn against us and fight these weird zombie slash cannibal orcs clan, fight them, you know, or do we decide to join with the Horde, which is going to ultimately provide us with what we need: food, shelter, security, blah 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 blah. I loved it. If you're a reader and you don't know much about Warcraft, it's probably really going to be for you. If you know a lot about Warcraft and you didn't like the film, I can guarantee you're probably not going to like this book. I really urge you to keep an open mind, you know, for if you do know a lot about the storylines in there. I know Durotan and how his life sort of played out, I guess, is a lot different in this book than to those of the video games. It tells us also about Draka and how he comes to meet Draka. She was exiled from the Frost Wolves, and how she comes back into the clan, set for the Warcraft film, even though she's only in it a little bit. Is really cool. I think they did a great job of that. This book was written by Christy Golden, who, after purchasing many, now following the film, purchasing many Warcraft novels. I see she's adapted a lot of them. See, she's done this film adaptation, or prelude, sorry. I think she's done an amazing job, and it's awesome to see that it's been kept in-house. You know, she's done them before, she understands the world, and she definitely came through very clearly with her view and her vision for what she wanted to do as a prelude. So, great job. Okay, so this next bit I want to talk about a collectible box by Epic Box. Think Geek Epic Box, which I've seen at an EB Games store, which usually sells games and collectibles and loot and that sort of things for Warcraft, the film. This thing here, this is the box. You see the box? So I got this for, I think, $18. It was on sale. No, it was originally $40. It's quite expensive. but I got it cheaper, so it was a great deal. $18. It has a whole bunch of things in here. The thing I liked about it was that, you know, you generally can't find these sorts of things that are inside just at a normal store, I guess. Maybe around the world it's a bit different. New Zealand it's a lot hard to find, so I thought I'd get this box because it had a bit of stuff in here. So if we have a quick look, there is a mini poster in here. There's also a patch, you know, a mystery item, a coin. Also got a lanyard as well. You know, lanyards, I guess they're all the craze these days. So let's have a look. First up, we have the poster. You can see that there. There's Lothar, Orgrim, then we got Durotan there, and King Lane. Pretty cool, yeah. Would have been a bit cooler if it was a lot bigger. I mean, there's like the size of my foot, so not that big, you know. Cool. Next up, we got the lanyard. Lanyard. Okay, it's pretty cool. You know, it has Lothar on one side here, and also has Durotan on the other side. That's it. I don't see him there. You know, Lothar there, sort of. Has a wee clip thing, buckle thing, key ring thing there. And then it also has picture of Durotan and Lothar. Pretty cool, I guess. You know, you can put something in there. You use it for work. You can use it just for your car keys or something. Maybe a library pass if you've got one, or a bus pass, or just look cool because you got some Warcraft loot hanging around your neck. Maybe, yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, next up we have the patch. Now, what I must say is in this box, it was either going to be like an Azeroth style box where you got things based on Azeroth, or you're going to get things based around the Horde, you know. And I don't know if it seems obvious or not, I was really keen to get the Horde box, because let's be real, looking at those orcs was a lot cooler than looking at those, you know, those Azeroth human dudes, which I love the bad guys. The bad guys are cool, and you know, I wanted the orc stuff. So I was pretty happy that I got the you see that there? The Horde patch. Really awesome, pretty cool. What was this other thing? Other thing that I got there, I have to remember the coin. The coin was pretty cool. If I can get this out of the bag. Okay, I'll leave it in the bag. As a wee picture of Lothar or Azeroth King Alliance patch, sorry. Patch, and on the other side it also has the Horde symbol there too. So, the mystery item. Mystery item was pretty cool. Doomhammer. You know, got my very own Doomhammer. How cool is that? Not that big, again, a keyring, but pretty cool. You know, I'm stoked that I actually got the Orc pack, so I got this hammer. Really excited about that. I thought that was really cool, so that was a big bonus. One other thing I want to quickly show you, which isn't to do with this pack, but is actually a collectible I got through Mighty Ape, got it through the internet. It's a Weta Workshop collectible, limited edition collectible pin. Okay, now if you can see that there, and on it, it is again a Doomhammer. I was really excited with this one. I thought it was cool. Cost me like 20 bucks, and I think this was quite heavy. I can't say what it's made out of. It is not numbered, so limited edition but not numbered is quite funny. But anyway, that's really awesome. I love the look of it, the weight, the size is a bonus as well. It's pretty cool not to get a pin that's only, you know, the size of your thumbnail. But yeah, loved it. That was the box, that was the pin, and the collectibles. Thanks again for joining. This was Pop Pandemonium, and you've been tuned in with TK. See you next time.